Hello guys, what is going on? It is Sam and welcome back to another video. Today I have a mining guide for you. This one's going to be on the blast mining. It can be found in the Lovakenge. In Zaya, you require 100% favour to go into it, and I'll be explaining shortly how to obtain that favour, although I will be uploading a separate video probably sometime at the weekend on how to gain Lovakenge favour in more than one way. So this method, I was looking forward to it before release because they told us that the XP rates would be higher than Motherlode Mine, but the GP would be less. I think it was that way. And however, it did receive a small buff a few days after release. Actually today it received the buff, so that's why I'm uploading the video today. And people complained that the XP rates and money rates were slightly low, so they've done a small buff to it, and they've given some figures on what their new XP and money GP per hour would be. I've got some information on that towards the end of the video if you want to check that out, but just giving my thoughts on it so far. It's not too bad. It's quite click intensive for me, but you know, I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite a good idea, to be fair. Some people said they copied Motherlode Mine, but I think they've made it fairly original, and it's kind of a cool idea. It does require dynamite, and you can buy that from the Grand Exchange or make it, and I will just show you now in a sec. To start gaining favour, you must collect some charcoal from the charcoal burners towards the south of Zaya, then dig up some saltpeter just north of those charcoal burners, then mine some sulphur in the sulphur mines in Lovakenge, and then buy some pots and balls of wool and put them all together, and that will give you dynamite and start you gaining favour. As I say, this is very short, and I will have a more in-depth video on this, and you'll easily be able to find on Reddit a clearer way to get up your favour, but this is a quick way for anyone who didn't know. The way to get to the blast mine then is by the teleport to Great Corrend. You can unlock that in the, I can't remember what it's called, Arsidious House or something, but that's the way I'll be showing you. So you want to teleport there, and then make your way all the way west. You're going to be following a long path west now. It will take a while. You can refer to the map that I showed you just a few seconds ago. So you'll be going through the Shazian village, past the Lizardman Canyon, and once you get there you want to head north and keep going north until you enter Lovakenge. Then simply just keep going north, follow the path. Eventually you will find the furnace right at the centre of Lovakenge, and then once you are there, you simply just follow the path north again, and then you will be at one of the entrances to the blast mine. And here you go then guys, this is the blast mine. I'll be giving you a quick tutorial in just a second. So this is the blast mine then. It's a pretty big area. It's made up of lots of, I can't remember what they're called, but veins. It's fairly similar to Motherlode Mine, as you can see by the centre being sort of similar. There's a bank there. There's two ways I'll be showing you to mine it, not how to mine it, but locations. Those ones are the closest ones to the bank and probably will get you the most profit or XP per hour, as the ones around the sort of west side are not really worth using, as it's such a long walk to the ore sack and the bank. So there's only really two locations that you can do this, which kind of is a bad side to it. The locations on the west are kind of wasted, but I guess yeah, I'm not too bothered. But perhaps they could maybe put a bank or another ore sack over there. But yeah, time to show you guys how to do it. Okay, so your inventory, you're going to need a chisel, a tinderbox, all your dynamite, and equipped you're going to want weight reducing gear, as you will be using rungy during this, and of course a pickaxe. I don't know if it depends on the quality of the pickaxe, how fast it is, so yeah, that's going to be your inventory. Okay, so now I will be showing you exactly what to do in this method. So as you can see, you've got lots of hard rocks, and of course the ore sack in the middle where you need to put your ore you will get. So you want to go over to one and click on it and click excavate, I think I can pronounce that. Your character will do the business for you. Once it's done, you want to then use your dynamite on the cavity, and your dynamite goes in. Then you want to do the one next to it, depending on whether it has one, and do exactly the same again. Use your dynamite on that cavity, and then light them both, and immediately click the other one as soon as you've lit in it to get away ASAP. I'll be showing you why in a sec. They will blow up, and you will receive some ore. You want to pick that ore up as soon as you get it and put it in the ore sack. So your first spot is going to be north of the ore sack. I've squared the two walls that you're going to be mining at. That's what I'm going to call them for now. So once again, just the same, put your dynamite in, and then as soon as you light it, I can't stress this enough, you've got to either run away or immediately light the one next to it, and then as soon as you've lit in that, run away immediately, otherwise you're going to take damage due to the explosions, which I will show you in a bit. So after you've done that, you want to then go north, west in this case, or put your ore in the sack if you want, you have an option. and I've squared the two veins you'll be mining here. Let's do exactly the same again, but this one's going to be slightly different. Once you've put that in, light the dynamite to the right, immediately light the one to the left, and then click on the ore vein just south, northwest actually even, that I have squared here. You can see it on the map, they come up as red lines on the map, sorry for my voice. And then collect your ores, and then I think you can do 5 ores and then put them in the ore sack, but just to be safe, deposit them in the ore sack as soon as you have them. That is location 1. So once you've finished your round, put the last lot of ores in the sack, and then go south and right click the NPC, the collector, and select collect, and you will receive an XP drop depending on your level, and then some noted ores. You can either keep the ores in your inventory and then get out more dynamite, or if you want more dynamite in your inventory, just bank all the ores and then take out some more dynamite and then go for your next round. For location 2, it's going to be just east of the NPC, the collector, where you get your ore from. So you're going to start by doing the one furthest to the south, putting it in and then lighting it and running away immediately, but while you're doing that, clicking on the wall that is 3 squares to the north, putting some dynamite in, and then doing the one next to it, and put some dynamite in there, then light both of them. You can leave that ore on the floor though for now. Then once you've done that, you want to click away onto the 2 or the 3, it's up to you which ones you do, but they've got to be next to each other, the 2 walls that you did before. Put some dynamite in, and then once you put both of your dynamites in, light both of them, then run away and collect your ore that is on the floor. And then by the time you've collected that ore, the other ones will have exploded, and then you can just collect them, and this way you'll be banking 5 at a time. I think this may be slightly faster than the other one, but it will use up more of your energy as a result. In a short montage, I'll be showing you different XP drops that I've got from dynamite. So this is at level 99. Some of them have just 25 dynamite in the inventory, and some of them have 28. Others have sometimes left, depending on whether I've bought a potion or not. But you can see there is quite a bit of variation, and if you got a higher level, you get higher XP drops. If you got a lower level, you're going to get lower XP drops. I'll be showing you at the end of the video the profit per hour for the buffed and before the method as well. So yeah, this is the XP drops you can get. Okay, this method is not all safe, as you may have noticed. There are a few dangers to it, so I will be explaining them to you now. The first one is your dynamite exploding. It does this automatically, so to do this you need to be at least 3 squares away from the exploding dynamite. That can be in front, behind, or diagonal. It's got to always be at least 3 squares away, otherwise you're going to be taking, I think the damage depends on your hit points level. The next risk is your ore disintegrating. If you have the ore in your inventory for more than 1 minute, I did count, then it will simply disintegrate, and of course it's useless then. You've wasted dynamite and also probably lost a bit of money too. So tip for me, all I say is, as soon as you get the ore, put it straight in the sack, that way you've got no risk of it disintegrating. Your next risk is the blasted ore disappearing from the floor. If you leave it on the floor for more than 1 minute, it's just going to disappear and you're going to lose dynamite and money you'd have got from that ore. The final risk is your dynamite disappearing from the wall if you leave it in there too long. If you leave it in there for more than 30 seconds, it's going to disappear and you're going to lose whatever you'd have got from that, and you're not going to get an ore from it either, so don't leave it in there. This is loot from 1 hour of the blast mine. This is before they buffed it, so this is obviously not going to be the same as what it is, but I'm just going to show you anyway. So that's how much dynamite I used. I used roughly the same for each method as far as I was aware. So as you can see, this method got me only 44k XP per hour and only 378k GP per hour. If you add the dynamite on top of that, of course I'm going to have made less overall profit. Okay, this is loot from 1 hour of the blast mining method buffed. I got 59k XP per in that hour. So, and in total, after pricing and all, it came to roughly 900k. As you can see, 46 runite ores was the big difference between the two. That actually made me the most money, so that's a decent amount really. I think that's quite a good profit and a decent buff in my opinion. If you want to know the profit and XP for other levels, here you go. As you can see, the level 99 says 69.8k per hour, but that's definitely not right. I've seen other posts on Reddit and nobody has got that much so far, but maybe it's possible, I don't know. And as you can see, the profit is less too, so I'm not sure about that, but there you go. You can see all the XP rates and money rates that they've said for the other levels. Okay, so we've just got a few more things to say, and then that is going to be it for another mining guide. The first thing is then, the profit per hour, you do need dynamite for this method, and if you did include the time it takes me to make that dynamite, then if you think about it, that profit would not have been 800k per hour. However, the overall profit and the mining method alone, the profit is 800k. I put a post on Reddit about this method and somebody pointed that out to me, so I thought I would include that just in case anyone was thinking of commenting that. So that's one of the main drawbacks, really, getting your own dynamite if you cannot afford it if you're not a rich player and you can't afford it, because it does take quite a while to get, and you've probably seen in my Zaya progress video, if you've watched that making 1,000 dynamite is not quick. And if you think about it, you can't do this method for say 10 hours straight if you don't have the amount of dynamite for. But if you made all that dynamite, that would take you hours and hours, and nobody really wants to do that. So that's one of the main drawbacks if you're not a rich player and can't just go and buy out all the dynamite yourself. So my thoughts on this method then: I do like the idea of this method. I like how it works, like how you put the dynamite and how you explode the dynamite and then get a blast door. They've sort of made it a bit like Motherlode mining. I think it works really well. I think a few more changes could be made though. Just make it slightly less click intensive. So for example, putting the dynamite and mining the wall happens in the same tick. Well, not tick, but you don't have to click it, you don't have to use the dynamite on the wall. That would be good too. And perhaps make it slightly safer with the exploding dynamite, as that does cause you to pay a lot of attention. But if that was their intention, then fair enough, they've done it well. So yeah, I do like this mining guide. Leave me some thoughts on how I did here. I hope I did cover it all for you. Thanks for watching today, guys, and I'll see you next time.